What's happening? I know you see me. I'm all Nintendo'd out, right? Nintendo t-shirt, the Zelda hat. Maybe I'm talking about Nintendo, right? No. I turned on my PS4 today. Me and a friend were looking up a game. He was wanting to show me that the Resident Evil Chronicle games were available on the PlayStation. I was like, what are you talking about? So we pulled it up, and he was right. And they're available to PlayStation Now. And this triggered something in me because I was like, cool, that's absolutely fantastic. Why did this trigger something in me though? Why did this trigger me? Well, first of all, before I get into the whole trigger part, PlayStation, you actually did something that I was saying you should have done a long time ago, which is instead of a month and 3 month prices, you actually got a year price on PlayStation Now. So, way to go. That should have been something you had at the beginning of this thing, but better late than never. So, good job. Now, the part that triggered me. The year subscription price is $100. PlayStation, you've got the nerve to charge your fans $100 for backwards compatibility, a rental service. It's not even true backwards compatibility. You have the nerve to charge your fans $100 for shit that your competition offers for free. And I know there's PlayStation 4 fans that watch my videos. And before you thumbs me down, before you talk about how I hate PlayStation, before you say anything about, um, oh, Xbox is this, Xbox is that, or oh, Nintendo is this and oh, Nintendo is that, before you say anything remotely dumbfounded about PlayStation 1080p 60 frames a second, hold up. PlayStation Now is a rental service. I'm not making that up. It's a rental service. You in no shape, form, or way own anything from PlayStation Now. It is a subscription fee that you pay. $100 is paid to PlayStation in order for you to stream any of those titles. Once the year is over, those games are no longer available to play. So it is a rental service first. Second of all, you are now paying to play games that you have already paid for. And that is just downright stupidity to me. And this is why I bring up Xbox and the Nintendo, because if I want to play this, I just got to plug it into the Wii U. I don't have to pay Nintendo to play it again. So that's a better deal. Now, again, before you thumbs me down and talk about how, well, you're so Nintendo'd out and da-da-da-da-da, why are you trying to justify spending $100 on PlayStation Now? Are you aware that if you take the $100 from PlayStation Now and the $60 from PlayStation Plus, you can buy a brand new PlayStation 3 from Walmart? Or hell, you can buy one from GameStop even. And it's the 500 gig PlayStation 3. Are you aware of this? So, those games that you're so desperately trying to defend that are valued at about $15 or so, you can run out and buy the very system that they play on for $10 less than the $160 a year that you're paying PlayStation. And you can have you a brand new PlayStation 3, and then you can start buying the games and actually owning them. So again, I ask you, where is the justifiable cause in spending $100 on PlayStation Now for a year. These games are rented. They're backwards compatible, which you shouldn't have to pay for, being that you've already paid for them once when you had the PS3 generation or even on the 360. You shouldn't have to pay for this again. And if you have forgotten, let me remind you that the PlayStation 3 and the 360 generation had a shit ton of games that were loaded with those three little letters DLC, downloadable content. Now, if DLC is available on PlayStation Now, which I don't think it is, because why would developers give away DLC? They make probably majority of their money through DLC, because doesn't it go to the developer? I mean, they don't really have to pay anybody for that. They make a lot more money from the downloadable content, you know. Being they put so much out, you know what I mean? Why would they release that content on PlayStation Store, on the PlayStation Now? Why would they release that? You know what I'm saying? And then they have complete editions. You see what I'm saying? So, again, trying to justify spending $100 a year on rented titles is going to be hard to do. And before you throw GameFly up, before you do that, realize you can cancel GameFly at a $15 a month fee. You can actually cancel that. And GameFly offers you games from PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Wii U, Wii, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and I'm pretty sure you can get like GameCube and so on. So they offer a wide variety, whereas PlayStation Now only offers what, PlayStation 3 titles? And they want you to pay $100. So this is hard to justify if you ask me, because I'm thinking logically here. I'm thinking with common sense here. And again, this is another thing. Think about this. This is backwards compatibility through PlayStation. Something that both the Xbox and the Nintendo Wii U offer you for free. The only thing that the Xbox and the Nintendo Wii U have asked you to do is own the fucking thing. That's all they've asked you to do, is own the fucking title. Just own the game. If you own the title on the Nintendo Wii, you can play it on the Wii U. With Xbox, own the original disc. If it's on the list, plug it in and you can play. With PlayStation, they're asking you to pay. That to me seems a little unreasonable. To me, that seems a little shady. Now, a friend of mine made a very good statement. He made a very good observation, which was they should have combined the PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now subscription fees and just been like $80, and that would have been fine. That's actually a really good way to look at it. That would have been perfect, because then you could justify the increase, and then you get backwards compatibility and everything's covered. However, they didn't do that. It's $160 just to be a better product than your competition. And I know you're fixing to type in, 1080p, 60 frames a second, PlayStation 4. I know. But at what, 700p, 720p, 900p, 60 frames a second, 30 frames a second, whatever, offering backwards compatibility for free, 4 games advertised, 4 games actually given for free, Xbox just turns out to be the actual overall better fucking value here. Okay? Whereas with PlayStation, backwards compatibility, you gotta pay for. And it's $100 a year. The free games, we advertise too, and you gotta do research to find out if there's even more. Cross-platform games, we don't advertise them because reasons, and go fuck yourself. It's really not a hard thing to see here. They're not really pro gamer. And if I throw Nintendo in this thing, you're really not gonna like me. Because with Nintendo, own the game, you can play the fucking thing. It's really that simple. Okay, now, like I said, feel free to justify spending $160 a year on making PlayStation do exactly what the Xbox One does, which is have backwards compatibility. And again, the $160 is rentals. All of it, it's all rentals. And I know the $60 for Xbox a year is rentals. I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, the rentals that you're getting from Xbox are AAA mixed in with some indies, and the rentals you're getting from PlayStation for the 60 side are indies all around. While the 100 that you're spending is for the AAA titles of last gen, and more than likely you're missing the DLC to make those games complete. So you're trying to justify two things on a really hard level here. So try to justify the $160 if you can logically justify it. Okay, and like I said, I do give them props for finally having a year subscription because, like I said a long time ago, I thought they should have had a year subscription when they first came out with it because it was bullshit to charge for a 1 month or a 3 month when people were going to want it for a year instead of 3 fucking months. That was just stupid. But charging people $100 for a rental service is beyond ridiculous at this point. That's just being money hungry. Especially when these games are fucking rentals. You don't get to keep any of this shit. So, I leave it to you. And good luck because, again, it's not clicking here. It didn't click with any of my friends. And I haven't met one person who's been able to justify this. They're all sitting there like scratching their heads and like, I have no idea. And please, if you feel the need to hit the dislike button, go for it. I personally don't care. And I am no way in any shape, form, or fashion trying to get you to go to Nintendo or Xbox. I'm just trying to inform you of things that I see that are really questionable because they need to be talked about. One, they need to be talked about, and two, they're really questionable. And how you think they're not is beyond me. How you can justify spending $160 a year to make a PlayStation 4 do something that its competition is already doing for well under half the cost is beyond me. And telling me it's graphics makes you look flat out stupid. Doesn't make me look stupid because 1080p at 60 frames a second doesn't mean shit to me. Makes you look fucking stupid. Well, I'll pay $160 a fucking year because 1080p 60 frames a second. Congratulations. Now, can I take all your money? Because obviously you have it to burn. Says pretty much everyone on the web. While everyone else is looking at, where they can save their money. See what I'm saying? So, think about that. Just think about that for a while. Think about how Xbox is giving you backwards compatibility as long as it's on their list. It's free. You just have to own the fucking game. Same thing with Nintendo. Only they don't have a list. If you just own the fucking game, you can play it. PlayStation is making you pay. Something they used to give you for free, they're making you pay for now. And they have no other reason than reasons and fuck you, pay me. So, good luck.